Hello and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy Plays Tropico 5. Now, I did go through and basically redo everything. So now we got like tons of power. I got some other expansions over here. My tourism is not nearly as focused as it was before. They kept asking for cabins, so I just built cabins, and that actually got me through a good chunk of it while I was busy trying to balance everything else out. So, and then I expanded out to this area. A lot of our mines are gone because they've been completely depleted, so we've started importing things like iron and whatnot in an attempt to, you know, maintain the balance of our ability to create things in our industrial area, which is right here. So we've got a couple steel mills, there's a police station, textile mill, cannery, vehicle factory, lots of parking lots. I really cut down on my military because I realized they were taking up a huge amount of my job. Plus there was a mission that actually gave me $20,000 for every military building I destroyed until I destroyed them all. Or I could bribe them for $50,000 to complete it, and then I made a pretty tidy profit off of that. Which wasn't too bad. I could still squash or whatever uprisings. Yeah, we're gonna let them vote because the voting has been pretty good. I've been keeping everything pretty happy. Now I have a cathedral, increases housing quality, increased by 25. That's totally fine. We'll run with that. We've got a TV station, so our liberty is absolutely dandy. Let's see. Waste treatment plants. Anything else really significant that happened? We've had a lot of tornadoes. We got a lot more homeless people. But a lot of that has to do with this building is not producing. Why are you not producing? Oh, we need more iron. That's fine. We are importing a ton of iron.
Viva el Presidente!
We're gonna arrest that guy just because he's a crime lord. We want to keep crime down. So what do you want?
I fear that the
Yeah, we want more military buildings, which is fine because I need to rebuild some anyways. So we are going to go ahead and build some guard towers, which totally counts. And, yeah, you know what? Right there. Okay. And then, yeah, so basically we're just waiting for these last 25 tourists, 30 tourists, 31 tourists. There we go, math. In the meantime, all I'm going to do is just add a couple more buildings where appropriate. So we still have a few things. Let's see. Quality depends on beauty. Service quality is increased for each entertainment building nearby. This means that we can basically slap this down right here, and that will be fantastic for all involved. Let's do like that, and then that way we can build a road right there. And then, yes, affected by beauty. Beauty's fantastic over here because I built this national park here, and then just went absolutely apeshit with the gardens all around the edges there to make sure that it was at full productivity, and it works pretty dang good. So, and I think I also want a family resort. Service to quality depends on beauty and crime safety, so we can go ahead and slap one of those down right here, and then maybe add a couple more small gardens right here in the nearby vicinity. There we go. It's the LA style beachline tree area. I figure that's roughly what I'm going for here, or what it could possibly look like. But yeah, so and there we go. So that's all I'm going to add for tourist buildings. Now we're just basically waiting, and then we'll see what the next mission is finally.
Mr. President,
Build one bank. I already did a bank. Oh, they want a new bank. Travel insurance. Bank generates revenue for each tourist on the island. We might want to do that at some point. But yeah, right now, I mean, I've managed to spend all hundreds of thousands of dollars that I had, and then it's basically a wait until money comes back kind of deal. We are indeed making money, although how we're making money, I'm not entirely
Your
sure.
actions were so rash
Let's
and
see.
dastardly.
One free military building. Let's see. We could go for some more barracks over here. We can make an aircraft carrier if they weren't so freaking expensive. That one's not free. These two aren't free, but I could build them. Generates research points, reduces chance of foreign invasion, allow bombing runs in combat. Definitely all fairly handy, but not entirely necessary. I have had uprisings, and one of them was kind of dodgy, but I managed to survive it anyways, and that's pretty good. So, yeah, things are relatively stable. I can't tell if the game is just this way, like it's always going to be kind of this back and forth, holy crap, always on the edge of your seat excitement kind of deal, or if I'm just bad. I still don't know. I don't quite understand the full breadth of the mechanics in this game, although I do feel like I'm getting pretty familiar with it, so I guess we'll find out. I do have some decaf going on. I'm recording fairly late. So
We have an opportunity to
we
influence
can win
the
without
outcome of-
cheating. Yeah, it's definitely not a problem whatsoever. Our approval rating is like sky high right now. And minus some housing concerns, we're doing pretty okay. So I'm not too terribly worried about winning or losing, really. I think we're pretty fine. Let's go ahead and look at some of our stats here. Beauty.
The election results are in.
Yay! So we won the election because we're doing all right. Let's go back to what we were looking at. Beauty. Beauty is pretty dandy. Obviously, it's not as beautiful in some areas. I'm surprised that beauty is so low in, like, just the wild areas. You figure it would be a little bit higher.
We
Because that
have
seems
the
to be what
military
people go
power.
for.
Now, let's do something really stupid and see where it gets us.
This is really fun. So we can basically create an international incident and take on some kind of a bid, which is how I got the tons of military money before. Proclaim we have a super weapon is kind of interesting, or we can do nothing and minus military relations. Let's go ahead and
No one
proclaim we have a
believes our
super weapon.
claims. How could they?
So we need to build 3 waste treatment plants. That's the mission that we were
Small
given, although we're
superpowers
almost
are
done with this
interested in our weapon.
thing.
They don't care what it is, as long as the enemy recognizes it as a threat.
Yeah, we're just going to go for keeping it just to stay... Oh, we already have 3 waste treatment plants. That was really easy. Okay, but yeah, we can increase relations, and that gives us trade routes, and trade routes are super good. Holy crap, they're starting to get really, really important right now. So, yeah, so as you can see, our cash flow is actually pretty decent. Even though I was in the negatives, I'm already well above where, or back to where I was before I built all those buildings in pretty much record time. So, yeah, like I said, pretty swimmingly going. Let's go ahead and I want to get travel insurances. And then we want to, let's see, what do we want? We want another bank. They want us to build another bank. We don't necessarily want another bank, but, you know, if it gives us extra money, why not? That's what I always say. Actually, that's probably the first time I've ever said that. But it's still not a terrible sentiment, I suppose. Alright, we got 3% left on our hotel construction. And we only need 10 more tourists. So, again, we're going at double time right now.
Our investigation has been completed, Presidente.
Here we go.
We've managed to find a tourist willing to confess to the murder of Leon Kane.
Frankly, I have no idea if he's the real perpetrator or just a crazy glory seeker. Strangely enough, he looks very similar to your mentor, and we know that they met in secret just a week before the murder. For what we know, he could have done it. In any case, his confession should clear your reputation with the Order. So there we go. That was the end of that mission. Finally, it only took like 3 tries. So let's see. Mission Mad. Become a nuclear power before you run out of time. Oh boy, here we go. Alright, let's go ahead and save the game really quick. You can see my desperation in my different save game names there. Let's see. Nuclear power. Whoa, hey, caps lock, what's up? Nuclear power race. Okay, confirm. Let's see how many tries this is going to take. Hopefully I can take some of the... Nope, play on bow bow. Yes. Let's see, I hope I can take some of the knowledge I've gained from the other missions and apply that to this.
Leon is dead. I have no time to mourn. I must save the world. The arms race between the US and the USSR has put us on a dangerous path. It would take only the tiniest spark to burn us all. To balance the threat, I must make sure that everyone knows there is no end game. A simple idea. Mutually assured destruction. To this end, I need to develop my own nuclear weapon. It will be a deterrent to keep the peace and prevent the coming of a nuclear winter.
Well, alright then. Let's see what the details are of this particular mission.
Sir, the USS battleship Secret Plan just took refuge in our waters. Its captain refused to fire their nuclear missiles to avoid starting a world war, and now the Secret Plan is on the run.
Both the US and the Soviet navies are converging to the Caribbean as we speak. Man, the longer I go without doing this, it's harder and harder to, like, maintain it for some reason. The only hope is to avoid invasion and total war, is to go nuclear ourselves. The situation is extremely complicated and very well on the brink of World War III. The Cuban Missile Crisis was a child's play compared to the runaway nuclear battleship situation we have here. Build nuclear program in 24 months. Failure to do so will start World War III. Okay, so we've got 2 years. What do we need to do? The hostile atom. The peaceful atom. We need 7 more technologies. So we're basically just going to go straight for it. Let's see. We need oil, constitution options, supermarket, tourism, organic campaign, international summit, tourism, organic care. There we go. Flexible principles. Amend the constitution. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 1 more, and then we can do the hostile atom, and then we'll do all these other ones. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. So what we need to do is start pumping out research pretty much as quick as we possibly can. I'm almost certain they're going to give us missions to give us more than 2 years to do it, because it seems relatively impossible at this point. So let's go ahead, and first thing I want to do is build up the framework for our expanded infrastructure this way. Okay, there we go. And then, let's see. Too bad I can't... I'm sure there might be a way to do it, but I just don't know what it is. Man, I bought a lot of tenements here. That's crazy.
Of a possible nuclear apocalypse. Give me a break, people. They may call it Cold War, but we know war never changes.
Wow, that is the cheeriest way I've ever seen that quote. Let's see. We do want corn. What we want corn for is so we can start doing factory farming, and factory farming is going to be important because that allows us to not only take up less space, but be able to grow more, animal stuff. Yeah, animal products without having to worry about, like, zoning or anything like that. So we're going to do 2 more corn farms here and here. What is our current situation right now? Happiness. Happiness is pretty decent, although we do need a lot of stuff. Yeah, we need healthcare, liberty, and let's go ahead and go to our edicts and pass a few edicts. Yep, we definitely want sensitivity trading. We need pollution control, provoke the rebbers, the amount of iron, bauxite, and gold, always good. Secret police, issue, edicts, more edicts. Let's do building permit, edicts, urban development. We might need that here pretty soon. Census, tax cut, disaster relief fund, sovereign debt, agricultural subsidies, mortgage subsidies. Yeah, I think we're good. Do that too. Okay, cool. So I believe we have an embassy. We're going to invite the praise, accept. Cool. Let's see, what kind of trade do we have available to us from the USSR? We can do wool, gold. We'll do
Hola, listeners.
2 ships on
Let me tell
gold.
you a secret. In an attempt to boost the domestic sunglasses industry, El Presidente has approved the launch of a new top-secret agency. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Thanks, radio lady. Okay, so, and then what we need to do is build out this way, because we've got oil there, and tons of gold over here, so we might go ahead and put all of our trade ships on gold here pretty soon, depending on how fast we choose to advance with that route. So, and then we'll start building housing over here, and maybe some ports, so that'll be easier for them to carry that stuff around, and then we'll go from there, basically. What else do I want to see? I want to see people, homeless 30, unemployed 8, open jobs, not in labor force, okay. Not too bad, not too bad. We're definitely going to need more population, and that will come in time. Let's go ahead, and what I want to do right now is we're going to start with a couple apartments over here.
Presidente, thank you for calling me. If you need any ideas on how to delay an impending invasion from 1 or possibly 2 superpowers, well, I am your man. You know, you can rely on me.
I am at my best when it comes to brewing inefficiency and boggling down state organizations like armies or top-notch governments. You know I speak the truth because you have experienced my vast talent so many times in the past. So, different ways of stopping the impending invasion. Okay, good. So let's hang out for a second here. Another big thing that I noticed. Here we go.
We can fool
Export
the US Navy into
12,000
thinking that we have
uranium.
already gone nuclear. Just make sure we have enough uranium rolling down the street and then sit back and enjoy the show.
Even if the U.S. generals do not believe Tropico went nuclear, there will be fear of uranium fallout during an invasion. They will start discussions about the safety of military personnel, long-term effects of mutation in American society, etc., etc.
I haven't confessed my sins to a young muscular...
Presidente, I have a solution to all our problems. Well, a temporary solution at least. I believe oil is the answer.
Have you noted much clamor takes place every time an oil-exporting country is about to be invaded? Global markets, policymakers, other oil production companies all raise voices in a big noisy argument. Always follows. Okay, cool. So I have 2 years to basically export oil and uranium or I die. So, let's see. We want raw resources. I've got to research the oil technology. Where am I at on that? Okay, 21 months remaining. That is not nearly enough for our purposes. That's a bauxite mine. Hold on, let me pause. Where is our uranium mine? There's 1. There's 2. And is this 1? That's 3. Okay, good. Good. Let's go ahead and build our roads over to here. And then we'll want to prioritize that pretty much as soon as possible, I would say. Okay. And then over here, maybe a little bit. There we go. I know these roads are freaking terrible, but I'm gonna do it. There we go. Okay, there we go. Routes to all of our uranium mines. All right, we're mixing up our priorities a little bit here. We can now build automated mines, which are just mines 2.0. Peaceful atom automated. Oh no! Are you serious? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Okay, well I can't do any of that. That's irritating. I basically got to research oil before I can start getting oil, and in order to do that... Oh my god, this is nonsense. Okay, cool. So, first things first. Those farms have to be finished almost immediately. Then, we need research. Let's do an observatory. Where's a good place for an observatory? Are they gonna tell me if I'm on a higher area here? So this terrain is uneven, so I'm not gonna be able to place it up here. After all that fretting about whether or not I would actually be able to do that. But let's just... sure. Right there. Cool. And then we'll hire foreign workers as needed once it's done. And hopefully we'll be able to finish our research in time to export oil. Sure. Sounds like a great idea. Maybe we can import it and then export it. So let's... 80 standing. Add ship. And then can we export oil to anybody? Anybody want our oil? Furniture, cars, okay, cool. Well, we'll import oil and then we'll probably export oil and then... Sure. That, I guess, maybe will work. Okay, we'll spend money on that just to keep that going. Or get that going, as it were, and then we'll have to wait around for the uranium and everything else to fall into place. Excuse me. Alright, cool. So, that ball's rolling. Let's see if we can get any other balls rolling in the meantime. A few things I should be doing. Another thing I did was I went through and increased the budget on a lot of buildings. A lot of these little businesses and farms and everything else. Because it made everybody well off. And when you're well off, you can afford to live in an apartment. And the good thing about living in an apartment is it's not a tenement. So tenements will start losing money pretty quickly. Like now, for instance, they are all losing a pretty fantastic amount of money. So, looks like mansions are making decent money now.
The Russians want to start formal...
There we go. We're going to export rum.
The Russians want to start formal...
Okay, cool. So, I believe we have a rum factory. That's a textile mill. That's a rum distillery. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're good. Nobody is working at the dry dock. Awesome. We don't have enough people for all of our jobs. What is our homeless situation? 36. Okay. That's generally not great, but hopefully it will fix itself? Sure. Let's just hold on to that little bit of wishful thinking for as long as we possibly can and see what happens. But either way, now that this is underway, I can safely end this video. This has been Cardboard Decoy playing Tropico 5, and yeah, whenever we come back, we will continue to try to solidify our hold on the resources here, and hopefully my little scheme to import oil so that we can export it and make it look like we made it will succeed. That will be the plan. So until then, I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Have fun.